Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm doing my bi-weekly energy update for all of you. It's the 18th of January today. So it's full moon energy as well. Hope you're all well wherever you are. I'm Carmen Delport, multidimensional healer, quantum healer, and channel. So the bi-weekly energy update is what I'm experiencing with my clients and also what I am observing around me, and then the messages I'm receiving for what's coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so boy, as you all know, the energies has been really full on. It's been really coming at us, really been coming at us from all directions. So what's happening is we are all feeling quite unbalanced. The one moment and the next moment feeling quite stable, and then boy, something else comes in again and we're feeling unbalanced. So everything is up in the air at the moment. We are being asked to review everything in our life, okay? Absolutely everything. And this will be going on into February. So for the next 2 weeks at least, we are in this energy of reviewing everything, okay? From past relationships, current relationships, ways of thinking, ways of doing, beliefs, values, everything is coming up for review at this moment. Okay, so it's very important now to slow down, and the energies are supporting that. The energy is supporting us to slow down so that we can work through everything that's coming in. Okay, so what's happening is you might be going along happily, and the next moment there's a memory, a good memory or a not good memory coming through for us to look at and to observe. If we've healed it, fantastic. It's coming up for us to observe and to see how much we have changed and how different we would be doing things now. All these past things are coming up for us to do the final healing on it. Okay? Especially around relationships. Relationships are really one of the big things at the moment. Relationship with yourself, relationship with your partners, with your work colleagues. All relationships are coming up for review, as in we need to sit down and see how much we've changed just over the last 6 months, how much we have changed. So that will have an impact on our relationships, the way we act and react in a relationship, what we are willing to accept and what we want from a relationship. That is work-wise, how we're interacting with our colleagues, what we are willing to accept from them and not, so new boundaries coming up. Also seeing people through new eyes, whether that's your partner, whether it's friends. So, and also is this feeling of almost kind of stepping out of yourself and observing from a distance how you are acting in these relationships and observing it through new eyes. So there's this reprogramming happening. So we're deprogramming old habits, old ways of doing things. Because we've changed so much over the last 6 months, we are now really being asked to look at all these things that are so important in our life, okay? Which is, of course, relationships and values. What do we value most in our life now? Okay, that's really coming under the spotlight. So all these things are really coming up. And what I'm seeing in my clients as well is that they either feeling at the one moment very calm and relaxed. That's the slowing down. The reprogramming is happening, and the new visions are coming up from our soul of what we can achieve in the future, what they want us to achieve in the future. So the reprogramming is happening on a cellular level. So also what's happening is you might be feeling extremely low, tired, depressed, as our cells are releasing all these old memories, this old programming, whether it's from this lifetime or previous lifetime. So those periods where you're feeling really depressed, really low, that is literally your cells upgrading, shifting through the old stuff. So just let it come through. Listen to it, feel it, what you can do about it. Look at the situation and just see what you're learning from it. And I always say a good way to go through these heavy, dense emotions is to go out and spend time in nature, because nature is really there to support us. That is where we connect the most with our souls and with our guides, okay? So all of that is coming up at the moment. So we're feeling this low feelings. That is the reprogramming that's happening. So we come out of that phase where we're feeling better. We are feeling memories coming back, especially from the last year. What's coming up is the last year, how much we've learned from it. So we're observing the lessons, our soul lessons from the last year. We're observing them from a different angle, a different perspective, with new awareness. And we can see why that came into our life from the last year, but also from previous years as well. But especially last year, because it's been such a traumatic year for most of us. Okay, there's been a lot of lessons in the last year, 2 years really. So those are, and also what's happening is karmic patterns are coming to an end now. So to end that karmic pattern or soul lesson, we need to look back and just go through it, observe it with new perspective, new knowingness, see the lessons in it, appreciate it for what it was, and knowing that you did the best you could at that time in that situation, being who you were then. Okay, so acknowledge that, acknowledge who you were and where you are now. Very important to give yourself a good pat on the back for where you are now, for all the changes that's been happening. And if you are what's also happening at the moment, there is this new wave coming through of darkness of the soul period, of people that's waking up, which is in complete turmoil of who are they, what's happening in this world. So being really pushed to these energies in the next 2 weeks are really pushing all of us. So whether you're going through a dark night of the soul or whether you've been on a spiritual journey for a while, it's really pushing us to look at our values, what needs changing, what relationships needs changing, what do we see in our future, who are we now, who do we want to be. That is all really coming up. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Breathe through it. Just breathe through it and know that you are not alone. We are all going through it. Okay, so the more you are on the spiritual journey, the more we are feeling it, because this is supporting us. This is really supporting us, the energies at the moment, to make those changes. And if you don't want to make the change at the moment, boy, the energies will really, push you. It will make things really uncomfortable for you to make the necessary changes. We're receiving a lot of information from the cosmos, so a lot of information, a lot of upgrades are coming onto our planet to support this. Okay, so whether we want it or not, this is happening. And yes, and it's all good. We are receiving the frequencies to for us to upgrade on a cellular level and also on a DNA level. Okay, so it's all about listening to yourself now. The last year, 2 years, and even further back, because all these memories are coming up for a reason. Okay, it's giving you the wisdom that you need. So you need to listen to yourself and understand yourself. Who are you now? Okay. where have you been, and what have you learned where you've been, and what changes are you going to make now? So if you've been, for example, in a work situation or a relationship that was very how will I put it, energies up and down all the time, like lots of emotions or not happy, then now is the time to look at how you're going to avoid that from happening again. So what are you changing inside of yourself? Okay, just feel the changes as well, because the changes have been happening. So note the changes in yourself as well. So, I've changed that and that. This is how I will be doing that now, and that is how I am doing that now. Okay. Where do you want to go and where do you want to be? Okay, this year. This is all about this year. So the energies now is really getting us on our path for this year, because this year is all about change. Okay, it's all about good change. It's all about good change. So whatever is happening on the outside world is supporting us. Okay. So which brings me to fear, actually. So if you are feeling a lot of fear at the moment, it's very important to let it go. Okay. We are being asked to let go of old ways and old beliefs. That is what's happening, because life is not the same anymore at all. It's very different from 2 years ago. Okay, so what's been happening is that has really triggered this new wave of dark night of the soul, this massive change in our world. It's really triggering that. And so life will never be the same again. So how are you changing? And you need to look at your beliefs. How are they changing? Okay, what will you allow into your life now? Because we're all setting new boundaries as we learning all these lessons, as we're completing this karmic cycle. We are putting new boundaries in place of what we will allow into our life now. How will we allow people to treat us? And also, it's also reflecting back at us. How will we be treating people now versus before? So look back at how maybe you treated in your correspondence with people on a daily basis, whether you know them or not, the difference between then and now. So also really now, especially under the Mercury retrograde, relationships, as I say, is really coming up what needs to change. So we're really finding that relationships that are not happy, there's a lot of friction, and they are actually coming to an end now. Okay, and new relationships are forming beautifully with these new energies supporting these new relationships that are forming. So we're being asked to slow down, to reprogram. So we will be still experiencing this slowing down, to reprogram, and then the speeding up all of a sudden. As we start, we go, okay, this is what I want to do. So we start doing something to for these new changes that we want. We start putting things in place, and then another new memory or emotion comes through, or something, and then we slow down. So we slow down to work through it and to deprogram. Okay. So look at how you're doing things differently now from 6 months ago. And we are all on this journey of raising our consciousness. So, that is what we're doing. This spiritual journey is all about growth, ascending, becoming more conscious beings on all levels. We are multidimensional beings, and we're becoming more aware on all levels. Okay, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. We are becoming spiritually more connected. Okay, so note all these very positive changes inside of yourself. So it's a period now of letting go what no longer serves you. So whatever you're seeing in your future, you need to let go now that is not in alignment with that. So the next 2 weeks are really bringing up these things that are no longer in alignment with you, what needs to change. Okay, so it's also bringing up a knowingness in yourself that actually this pattern or this behavior in me needs to change now. How am I going to change this pattern and behavior? That's also really coming up strongly. So what is blocking you? What is holding you back from achieving your dreams, these visions? What is blocking you? So that's coming up for us to look at so that we can change that. Very important. Yes, so we're getting visions of what is meant for us, what is possible for us. So don't ignore those. Acknowledge them. And they will come up again and again. Start making notes of those, okay? Because those are great visions that's coming up. That's for you, what is possible for you if you believe in yourself. So it is like so at the moment we are like a sculpture. So we're chipping away at ourselves. We're remolding ourselves into these beautiful beings. Okay, so we're chipping away what no longer serves, and we're molding, we're reprogramming into the beings we are meant to be now. So we are stepping onto this new timelines as well. So you might be feeling unbalanced because you're in two timelines. You're in the old timeline, the old way of living, but the other foot is the new timeline, the new you, the more ascended, more conscious you. Okay, so you can feel really unbalanced. So the energies now is really coming in for us to make the changes, to completely step into this higher timeline. That's for our highest good. Okay, so we're working through all these emotions, we're letting go of all these things. We need to work through all these emotions and experiences and memories. You know, we're all at different levels in this journey, but we need to let go of what we need letting go of so we can step onto this higher timeline and become a beautiful, balanced being, experiencing life the way we can. So, so karmic lessons are coming to completions. And, know that all of this, so whether you know what's going on, or whether you're completely confused about what's going on, or completely lost about what's going on, know that this is happening in divine timing for you. This is meant to be happening for you. Your soul wants you to go through this. Okay? So you are meant to experience all of this. So we need to go through this to shift into this new timeline. So we are experiencing an increase in energy coming onto planet Earth from the cosmos. So there's huge increase in energies that is here to assist us in stepping onto this higher timeline. So we are receiving the downloads that we need to be able to do that. So be kind to yourself. Also, just have a look at how you are, how people and animals around you are responding to your energy, your frequency, and how that has changed. How has the interaction or the action or reaction from people and animals around you changed over the last 6 months alone? So we're becoming more aware of how we are interacting energetically, and that is very interesting to notice that. And very important as well. So we are being asked to let go of fear. Now I'm really feeling that in all my clients, really, there's a lot of fear and anxiety because the world is changing so much, and because we are being almost forced to change. Well, we are being forced to change, and everything is happening. It feels like everything that's happening is amplified. Okay, so there's a lot of fear and anxiety just around that. Never mind anything else that's happening, because we feel the collective fear as well. Okay, So so we are feeling fear of change, fear of losing your old self, because that was comfortable. You knew the old self. Okay. Also fear of being rejected. You are this new person now, this new being. And there's fear around being rejected for being this new you. Okay, so that's very important to note. Let go of the fear of being rejected for being you. Because if you let go of the fear, you will have the strength and the energy to become you completely and to be you who you are meant to be. And in being who you really are, you will draw in the right people for you, the right situations for you. Okay? So don't think because you're losing people that there's not new ones coming in. The right people are coming in for you. Okay? So we need to let go of these old patterns. So we're observing, we're learning. And yeah, letting go is uncomfortable. And if we don't let go, it will be even more uncomfortable. So if you need any help in healing, with my multidimensional healing sessions and quantum healing session is specifically to help you on this spiritual journey, for you to release what no longer serves you and for you to receive what you need, whether it's wisdom, upgrades or downloads, releasing the past lives, this life, whatever comes up, it's guided by your soul. Okay, this is for starseeds, light workers. Especially if you're going to the dark night of the soul, we can, it will really help you coming through this a lot quicker, speeding up the spiritual growth as well. So if you do like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook. I do have 2 webinars, which is my group healing, which is a beautiful group healings that I do. I will be doing 2 of them in February. I will be posting them up soon on my LinkedIn page. So if you want to look at my webinars, go to my LinkedIn page and you will find them there. I've just had a webinar on Sunday, and it was absolutely beautiful and amazing healing happened. Beautiful journeys were had by some of the participants. So I'm sending you all lots of love wherever you are, and know that you are not alone. We are all going through this, and know that you have the support of your angels and guides. You just need to ask. Okay, sending you all lots of love. Thank you for being here, and know that you are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being here to be you. Okay, lots of love. See you soon. Bye.